Hello, sunshine, and happy day to you. I was so excited yesterday to get so many personal messages, texts, and emails responding to the message about worry and the manifestation of worry in our lives. And so I just wanted to follow up today because there were a couple of things that kind of resonated with me. And I often like to believe that God speaks to me in threes. And so yesterday, of course, the worry video, and then I had a conversation with a friend who was asking me, well, aren't you worried? You know, you're stepping out into entrepreneurship and you don't really have anything lined up and you're selling your house and there's so much uncertainty in your life right now. And just like I shared with you yesterday, I shared with this friend and said, no, I'm not worried because I know that if things don't unfold the way in which I think they're going to unfold, that God has a bigger and better plan for me. And so, I challenge you with that. And then, of course, the third thing was then this morning, I was laying in bed and just kind of getting my day started and just thanking God and honoring Him. And I heard some birds chirping outside, and it reminded me of one of my favorite passages in the Bible, which is Matthew 6:26. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in the barns, and yet the Heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Verse 27, who of you by worry can add a single hour to his life? And it just made me think so much about how we use worry as such a timeless filler. And it's just so inappropriate because it doesn't do anything for us. It really serves no purpose. And so then it started me thinking about the birds, and I was thinking about how I had one time in one of my biology classes perhaps learned that there were over 10,000 species of birds. And then it made me think of this passage and think, wow, we are so much more valuable. Like, think about all the different kinds. While we are one human race, think about all the different unique qualities and characteristics. And so of each and every one of us. And it just made me think about how unique each and every person is and how divinely designed we are by God. And that was just such a huge and powerful message to me this morning. You know, as I heard the birds chirping, thinking about the conversation with a friend, thinking about some of the responses from you yesterday and sharing with me via email and whatnot. So my challenge to you today, my call to action for you are a couple things, three things actually. One is today I want you to go ahead and take time to stop and look for a bird. Sometimes they get lost in the scenery and the environment and we kind of overlook them. And I want you to stop and just thank God for the different species of birds. And then I want you to think about your own unique gifts and talents and thank Him for that. And then I want you to think about one area in your life in which you need to trust God more. And one area in your life that you currently are worrying, and maybe you need to go ahead and just give that up and relinquish control, whether it be in your finances, you're worried about something. You know, of course, that doesn't mean to be crazy and spendthrift and, crazy with it. But just saying to God, like, look, like, I'm giving this up to you. Like, I'm not spending it correctly, or this is one area where I need more discipline. Or maybe it's in your relationships. Maybe it's with a partner or a spouse, or maybe it's even with your children that you worry about them all the time. You're always worried about getting on and off the bus and, what their friends are doing at school and things like that. You just have to trust God in that. So I challenge you to think about one area in your life where you need to go ahead and relinquish your control of worry and give that up to God. And then, as you've been doing, of course, some of you have posted already on Facebook, which I encourage you to do. And then, of course, you can share on Shine with Franny, or you can personal message me, or you can, of course, email me too. So shinewithfranny@gmail, Shine with Franny on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. I hope you have a great day. And as Bobby McFerrin said, don't worry, be happy.